everyone. Welcome to another episode on the Safe Space podcast with iSafe Global. My name is Ibukonluwa Adio, as usual, and I am your host. And here with me is my colleague Tobiloba Dada.
Hi everyone, welcome to Safe Space Podcast.
Yes, thank you very much for joining us today. So, on today's episode, we at iSafe Global, we always talk about prevention. And one of the things that people don't always realize is that gender based violence does not even always start with physical harm. It often begins with something less physical, smaller, control, pressure, manipulation, right? And in Nigeria today, we see some of these signs in our relationships, workplace, and even in opportunities. And some of these opportunities, they don't seem good to be true. And then many times, people don't even recognize what they are about to go through until it has escalated before physical harm, right? For instance, now, so I want to give an instance to support the question I asked.
Okay.
So, for instance, in a relationship, right, before a man would lay his hands on you, he would have started showing some signs of controlling you, controlling your whereabouts. Quick, he's so quick to anger, right? So, well, we want to spread this across different sectors, right? So, it's not only in the relationship you have, it's not only in relationship you have gender-based violence, right? It's not only in relationship you have gender-based violence, you have in the workplace, you have opportunities. For instance, somebody can come to you and tell you, I have this job for you, right? And then it seems too good to be true, right? And then after that time, they start to exploit you. So before physical harm, right? What are the signs of manipulation? What are the signs that somebody is being manipulated even before it escalates?
Okay, thank you very much for the question and thank you for having me here today. So, focusing on the first part you mentioned, the relationship aspect. Now, I would look at it on the basics of a man trying to manipulate a woman, right? To make it more simple, a man trying to manipulate a woman, what are the signs that the woman has to look out for in a man to understand what is it? Because as a man, a man that is coming to manipulate a woman that wants to try and take advantage of her, there are certain things he would be doing that a normal person that just is just normal, is just there for the real thing is not going to do. So now for the first sign, like I said, it is first sign is love bombing. It's a very, very simple but effective technique manipulators use.
Okay.
They come in as your savior. They come in as the only thing that you need. And from there, you get accustomed to them. You get so attached to them that you can't leave.
Thank you very much for that. So I want us to look at it like this now. So we can say love bombing, right? That is focused on men to women.
True.
But then again, I want us to generalize it, right? So I want to give another instance. Now, trafficking, right? People being trafficked. They do not know what it is that they are getting into.
True.
Now, a lot of people that go by road, they pass through desert to travel. For instance, I know somebody that her mom just came and said, wo mo ń lọ sínú òyìnbó mo ń lọ sínú òyìnbó mo ti rí opportunity wọn kàn sọ pé kí n lọ wá 700,000 wá má dẹ̀ lọ, right? And then she pays the 700,000 and they went by road to get to this particular place, right?
Okay.
So that in itself is a form of manipulation that a
Yes.
lot of people don't even know that is manipulation, right? So we can now maybe say, aside from love bombing in relationship, we can now say, okay, we have lies. Anything that is not good to be true is a form of manipulation. If you
True.
can see it yourself and say this is not good to be true, it's a form of manipulation. Then we can now even expand into finances, right? Some partners want to know they want to be overly controlling about your finances. Some of them create a form of dependency. So, for instance, this can even go down to mother and child, but then it doesn't even play out in the case of gender based violence. So, when your parents train you to school, it actually creates a form of dependency that you have on them. And then they can actually come back to you and remind you that I sent you to school. I don't know if you get my point. Meanwhile, it's supposed to fall as a responsibility to them. So I'm saying that people can actually create a form of dependency, which means you will depend on them and then they control you. So that's another form of manipulation, right? So I want us to generalize it so that the actions that lead to physical harm, do you understand? Even in the workplace or any form of gender based violence, because we have physical, we have emotional, we have economical. So, aside from love bombing and the few things I just mentioned, can you also add some other
Wait,
things to it? Yes.
okay, let me try and bring in from, for instance, in a workplace, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there are certain type of manipulation that can occur.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, as a gig worker,
Yeah.
you're a gig worker. Let's say you're a video editor.
Yeah.
Now, as a video editor,
As a
with
freelancer,
yes,
yeah.
freelancer that you just get gigs and you
Okay.
work remotely from home. Now,
Yes.
there are some certain ads, maybe a job ad you see online, whereby the person might say, okay, there is a short form content creator they need for a short job and to be for like a huge amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
But they just need you to come and get it done within like certain, maybe 8 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the job realistically it looks too good to be true. But then this ad is coming in from a very respectable source. So you
So
believe,
yeah.
okay, this can be really the real deal. This can be something that will get me off my feet and become something. Then you take the opportunity. Now, these people, there's this thing they do in the gig world. They call it a bait. They will bait you.
Yeah.
Now, where they give you the bait, you take it immediately. Like, okay, this is for sure
This
money.
is for
Sure
sure
money.
money, yeah.
Now, when you do it, then you start doing the job. You start doing the job on the long run as you are going, then you start seeing that they are draining you in certain ways. Let me give you an instance. I took a job recently, not too long ago. I took a job. Now these people they gave me this job. Okay, it's a video editing work.
All right.
So they gave me this job. Do it. There's a video, a short form content.
Okay.
Okay, do this video for us. They sent me different ads. They sent me what I should do. They sent it to me that they are expecting you. So what if I give them back the video and they see that it's up to standard what they like,
Mm-hmm.
they will hire me for the job. Now I was already looking at it, okay, this is a good
Yeah.
opportunity because
Yes.
it's a big company. I was like, this is
Mm-hmm.
a good opportunity. Now I took all my time, I took all my resources, put it into the video, made it into what it is, and I sent the video to them.
And there was no response.
No response.
Wow.
I was all like, okay, maybe they'll get back to me. They'll get back
Mm-hmm.
to me. So when didn't see any response, I reached out to the social media. I went
Mm-hmm.
online to check what's happening. Then I saw that they did the same thing to several other video
People.
editors online. They did it to a lot of video editors just to make sure that they can get different videos, different resources from different aspects.
Yes.
Now
They do
that
that
way
a lot.
they just went all to abuse a lot of work. They abuse the workspace, but like a certain rule in the gig world, they abused it totally because that's like just taking advantage of whoever you
Yes.
workers that you have or freelancers,
Mm-hmm.
just taking advantage of their resources to just get what you want. Now that is one aspect. Now in the aspect of migration
Mm-hmm.
or human trafficking, it is a very deep problem in Nigeria. We face it, and it's a serious problem that we face in Nigeria because when you see people around, I want to travel out, I want to get out of this country. I have the
Mm-hmm.
mind that yes, I must leave this country because
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to be suffer. Same with several other youths like me to want to get out.
Yeah.
Now we look for opportunities left and right. Some people go out through scholarships, some people
Mm-hmm.
go out through different means.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when someone see a very, like you said, something good to be true,
Yeah.
now
Too good to be true.
you quickly grab it because you don't want to lose any
Mm-hmm.
opportunity. You don't want to
Yes.
let it slip. Now, imagine for instance, someone comes online, let's say on LinkedIn, since that's a very certified social
Mm-hmm.
media platform. They come there and say, okay, they are ready to take out 7 or 8 or 10 Nigerian youths. They have to only pay like maybe a 1 million naira, and they will take them for scholarships, or they will give them this in university,
Yeah.
that in UK or US.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see a lot of Nigerians who want to apply for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
They'll be interested because they want to find a way out. They want to get out of this
Mm-hmm.
country. But now from there, they pay the money, they start doing it, they realize that they've been fooled, they've been abused financially. They've taken their cash and they've gone. No way out. That's like one of the basic means, like that's one of the things that we face now. And that's why most people now tend to tread carefully because they don't want to fall in the arms of abusers or manipulators where they want to use their schemes to take your money away. There are several other instances like that as well. You can see it in your workspace as well, in
Yes.
your
In your work
workspace, you see your
environment.
work environment. You
Yes.
can see it in your relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Several places like that
Yes.
in the country.
Even.
Even we as
Mm-hmm.
we Nigerians, even in a marketplace, they do it.
like
in a
I wanted to
marketplace.
even I wanted to even bring out something, right? So for instance, right, there are different programs that okay, yes. I saw a tweet, right? I saw something regarding bankers,
Okay.
right? Which means if you're not even going in as a full staff or as a graduate trainee, the people who list you will be collecting money from you. So which
Yes.
means they will not even give you
For
your
contract staff, yes.
they will not even give you your
They
full
won't give you a
pay.
full pay. They will take a cut,
They'll take a cut,
a very huge
a
cut.
very huge cut, and it's not even a one-time thing or it's a something that happens twice. It's something that goes on
Reoccurring. It
reoccurring,
always
which is
happens.
a very, very huge form, because physical abuse is not the only type of abuse, right? There are different forms of abuse, forms of violence, right?
Yes.
And this is so, so sad. This is going to be my last question because
Okay.
there are people watching us, and I think that we've given a lot of examples about how you can be manipulated. The first sign of manipulation is most times always good to be true. Aside from that, controlling, it can come in any form, right? So sometimes people might feel very pressured or controlled or even emotionally confused, but they don't think it's serious enough, right? Because even it happens in a relationship, it's not that deep, it's not that serious, right? Or kò sí nǹkan tó máa ṣẹlẹ̀, right? Even if it's desert will pass it will survive, right? And kasha mo
Nigerian
wale,
resilience.
right?
We are
So
strong.
what should people pay attention to, right? And what should they and when should they take action?
Okay. So focusing on what people pay attention to, I believe that it should be focused on the manipulator himself or whoever the manipulator is.
Okay.
Now, for instance, if there is a manipulator or somebody that you noticed all these signs
Mm-hmm.
and you're seeing it,
Mm-hmm.
don't 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 have the mindset that okay, maybe it's I'm just overthinking it or
Mm-hmm.
because every sign is a sign.
Yeah, every sign is a
Don't
sign.
say that okay, this is not this might not be something that is my situation can be different. You know, people will
Mm-hmm.
be like, oh man, my own case can be different. There's a popular Yoruba adage that say nǹkan tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ nǹkan tó bá ṣiṣẹ́ fún orí Táyé ó lè má ṣiṣẹ́ fún Kẹ́hìndé. That thing now, that's what Nigerian has. We have that mentality that okay, it might work for me, it might not work for you. This thing. So, but then we need to see the signs for what they are. There's nothing like it might work or it might not work. It is a manipulator's trick. Don't have to fall for it. My friend, let me tell you this. My best friend, in the morning, we were in school then. He just came to me and I'm like, Alpha, there's this thing I saw on WhatsApp. WhatsApp, all this WhatsApp group. They sent him a text, all this pay 20K, get 50K, pay 20. He told me that this thing, see this thing might work. And that time was in desperate need of money. That's one thing they do. Go for people that are desperate.
Yeah.
Now, you're like, he's in desperate need of money. I was like, this thing might work. Me seeing that, and I was like, this is obviously a scam. Don't do this thing. It's not worth it. He was telling me that it's my work this time. It's my work now. And I'm like, guy, this thing won't work. It is known. Every time it doesn't work. And he was like, it's my work. This guy did it. He went on, he paid the money, close to 30K. He paid it to the person, expecting 50K. The person said, okay, you still have to pay back.
Oh,
He said, you pay again another 10K for registration fee.
that's
It's a popular scheme in Nigeria where they do for students, especially
yeah.
they focus on students. And this guy paid it. He did everything and he was scammed. He now came back to me and said, you said it, but I wanted to try it. He said he's happy that he tried it, so he has already. I was like, yeah, no, okay.
I
Because he
can
just
I
fell
can
for the
I can
trick.
imagine that. So I know somebody in my house that just like round up the session and like buttress your point. I know somebody in my house that so this person said that they were going to give airtime. And then this person said they should put in their phone numbers.
Okay.
They will send a code to them. So they sent a code to this particular person in my house, and then they called, and this person told them the code, and the person was able to use MTN app to log into their MTN app. So you know MTN app, you can log in through a code.
Yes.
They'll send the code to your
OTP code.
number, your OTP, and then the person that called and the person that said it. And the person that called me that I think they even tried to penetrate the person's WhatsApp, but then because of two-factor
Authentication.
authentication,
Yeah.
so they could not do that. So going forward, the person started sharing their data. So if they load, I'm even saying like manipulation can occur anywhere. They loaded, if you load, if this person does data of 1 gigo, like it got to a point person was just the only one gig data, the guy will share it. So I later figured that, because I was wondering, I had checked that how is this person sharing, then and I figured that okay, it's MTN app. Then I got the person number. Then I had called and this person was like, "Hey, is it you?" And I just had to give him a very serious warning that if you try this nonsense again, and you will not even believe that the person still went ahead to try it again. So we had to block the person out, right? So at iSafe Global, we don't always want to just come. We always like to treat things from the grassroots, and we're all about prevention. So we hope that this particular episode has opened your eye to see different forms of manipulation at different level, even to the ones that we've not spoken about. But then you can find a bit of relation to what we have listed. So thank you very much for joining this session again. And I'll implore us, if you have any question, if you feel that there's a topic that you need us to talk about, to trash out, to give experiences on, you can put it on the comment section, give us feedbacks, and then we'll go through everything and then we'll see the changes in it. And then you can also check out our website, iSave Global, follow us on all our socials, and then so that you can be able to reach out to us more, and then to see if there's any way. For instance, there might be a form of violence going on, or there might be a sign that somebody is being manipulated and you know that it can get to um violence, that you think that can be stopped or can be trashed out on time, you can let us know, and then we hope that we all would always give you beautiful episodes like this. So with that, I'll say thank you very much for joining us today again. My name is Bukonlua once again. See you next time, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Bye bye.